Hi, welcome to beingsmarter.com. My name is Mark Copeman, and today we're delighted to be participating in a really innovative new concept called a blog book tour. The author's name is Dr Karl Kapp. He is a Professor of Instructional Technology at Bloomsburg University, Pennsylvania in the United States, and we're really thrilled to be one of 30 bloggers who's going to be participating in this blog book tour. We're not going to be talking about the book so much today. There's plenty of other people that are going to be doing that. Instead, we're going to be focusing on the concept of a blog book tour and what it's all about, and how the author is using it to generate sales of his book. And he's here with us today. He's live by satellite. Dr. Karl, how are you? Where are you today?
Hi, Mark. Thanks for having me. I'm in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, which is about 2.5 hours north of Philadelphia.
Talk to us about what a blog book tour actually is.
Okay, great. So what we've done is really taken the traditional idea of a book tour, going from city to city, stopping, signing books, and seeing people, to actually putting that online. So it would be virtually impossible for me to go to 30 different cities or locations in 30 days, but I'm able to do that by stopping at 30 different blogs. So at each blog, I'm going to stop, and the author of that blog is going to write a little bit about the book, their impressions about learning in 3D, and then my co-author and I are going to stop there, and we're going to add our comments and our insights into what they've written. And the idea is that somebody would go from blog to blog to blog, stopping at each tour.
So is it completely replacing the physical tour? You know, typically people will go to a number of different cities, sign a few books, visit some big bookstores. Are you doing that as well, or is this a complete replacement?
Well, it's actually, I view it more of an augmentation. So, for example, we have stops in Malaysia, stops in India, stops in Canada, Australia, places where the publisher would never, my book will never make enough money to warrant traveling to those locations, but I'm able to reach out to those audiences through the blog book tour structure. So it augments what I'm doing here in the States by going to several conferences. I actually have one in Canada, and actually I may be traveling overseas, but really what it's doing is augmenting the tour and allow me to go places in a faster time period than I could if I was literally traveling.
Okay, and where did you get the idea from? Is this unique?
Well, there's some blog book tours out there, but in the learning industry, this is really a unique approach. And I think the idea of going from stop to stop is something that is basically new, and a new concept, and a new way of getting information out about the book. And while some tours have where the author actually writes a guest post at some of the stops, this tour, we really wanted to get the community involved and get their input on the book. And so we're having the community members actually write posts about the book or interview us. So, for example, the author of the book, or the person that wrote the foreword of the book, Ron Burns, he actually did a video of me speaking and used that as his first tour stop.
Okay, I'm with you, and let's pick up on that word community. I think this, for me, this is one of the real key things about this particular concept. The bloggers, the 30 people that you have involved, they're of course all involved in the industry you're in the learning and development industries. That's right, isn't it?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. So there's a natural community which is formed. You are talking to people who are talking to the audience you want to go to actually buy the book.
That's correct. What we tried to do with the tour was pick out some of the more prominent folks in the blogosphere that we had a relationship with and connect with them. But we've also picked a few blogs that don't have quite as large a readership, both to bring readership to those particular blogs, and again to reach out and expand the community beyond just the pillars in the community, but to all members of the community.
I see. So it's win-win. Not only do you as the author hopefully win, hopefully sell a few books, but it's actually a win for the blogger as well.
Exactly. What we're trying to do is expose some of the tour members or followers to blogs that they may not have read in their typical day-to-day activities and allow them to see more and new and different blogs.
Okay. Now, we've discussed the idea of it being a blog book tour, but you're using other forms of social media as well, aren't you? Talk to us about that a little bit.
We are. So one of the things that we've done is we're using Twitter quite extensively. We've set up a hashtag, LRN3D as our hashtag, and then my co-author, Tony, is going to tweet sections of the book from time to time. Interesting quotes, things that need to be highlighted. He's also on his blog going to put paragraphs if it doesn't quite fit in 140 characters. Then we've also leveraged Facebook. We set up a fan page, and we're accumulating fans very quickly, which is exciting. And we've linked both of our blogs to that fan page, uploaded some images to that particular location. We've also used LinkedIn. We have talked to, my publisher has a group in LinkedIn. So we've published some entries into LinkedIn talking about the blog book tour from the perspective of the authors. And we've also utilized wikis.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've also utilized wikis. So we have a wiki where people can contribute case studies and examples of learning in 3D directly to the wiki as well. So we're trying to bring together a lot of social media and really leverage that to get a lot of buzz going around the book.
Fantastic. And I guess, what results are you expecting? Is this slightly unknown at the minute, or have you got any targets you're looking to hit?
It's a little unknown. We've already had some success in that the book hasn't been officially, when we started the tour, it wasn't officially published, but it's already moved up some rankings in Amazon. So we're excited about that. But what we're expecting is two things. One is to get a real conversation around this subject. The nice thing about the book tour is usually when you go and sign books, audience members don't give you their feelings or insights in any kind of depth about the book. That's possible in the blog book tour. So we're able to really get some insight into the book and get some community going around the topic, which we're really excited about. And secondary, of course, is selling books. We're hoping to move it as high on the learning and training book list in Amazon as possible. It's not going to be a Danielle Steele novel, but we think we can get it fairly high using these techniques.
Carl, that's great. We're running out of time, but a final question to you. Are there 2 or 3 pieces of real practical advice you'd offer to other authors looking to do this type of a viral campaign?
Okay, so the first piece that I would offer is to choose the members of the community that you value and that you respect their opinion, and ask them to be a member of your blog book tour. I'm sending them a copy of the book. I sent them a PDF copy of the book. Make it easy for them to become part of the tour. The other thing from a logistical standpoint is that I've published for all the people on the tour a list of the dates and other blogs where the tour will stop so they can be in the loop in what's happening. And 2, I would recommend leveraging as much of the other social media tools as possible. Not just the blog, but use Twitter to get word out, use Facebook to create a fan page, get the name and subject of the book into as many places as possible. And my final bit of advice is just have fun with it. It's kind of unexplored, new territory. Nobody knows quite what the result's going to be. But we do know that having fun and kind of rolling with the punches of the tour and using the technology that's available will make it fun and exciting and allow me to reach the topic of the book to people who otherwise probably never would have heard of it.
Fantastic. Well, look, we wish you the best of luck with the tour and, of course, the sale of the book. Dr. Karl Kapp, thank you ever so much for joining us. Karl's book is available from the 2nd of February. It's called Learning in 3D. If you're watching this on the beingsmarter.com website, you'll find all the details just underneath the video. And please do leave a comment as well if you've been interested in what we've been doing. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll find the address on screen right now. And thanks for watching.